Alright, good morning everyone. It is R.A. Blackpaws back here with you. We're going to go back into Minecraft today. We're going to go play around in YouTubeLand. Yesterday was not a good day. For those of you who maybe don't know, I've done and had done a lot of changes in my life over the past couple of years, and one thing that it's kind of led to has been some pretty severe depression. There we go. We'll get that working. I'll drop these off. Okay. I think we're... Oh, wait. I should make a shovel while I'm here because I see mine's about to break. We'll go ahead and do that. And then we should be good. Okay. One of the things that it's kind of led to is I deal with a lot of depression as a result. And yesterday was just a really bad day. So when I get depressed or stressed, one thing that I do is I do a lot of gaming. So I spent most of my day yesterday just playing games. That's the honest truth. That's what I did. I did a lot of Forager. I did a lot of 7 Days to Die, and I had fun doing it. But it's also an admission that I wasn't feeling very right in the noodle, in the head. And I think that's something that, at least for me, gaming, it does help a little bit, but making content for you folks, that helps more. And I know YouTube has this thing where we don't talk about mental health because people don't like to hear that. But the truth is, we do have to address, mental health in our lives. We gotta address feeling things. Because we're not robots. We're not going out there and just beep boop bop bop beep boop. We're not doing that. We're human beings. We're biological constructs. We have thoughts, we have feelings, we have emotions. And part of what I did over the past 6 years when I got working toward my second bachelor's degree is I did a lot of looking at my emotions and looking at why I respond some ways to things. And gaming for me has always been like a big gaming has been a double-edged sword for me because it's been a huge hello lava because it's been a huge stress dump for me, admittedly. When I get stressed, I game. When I feel depressed, I play video games. That has not changed in my 40 plus years of being alive. But I also realize that it's a little bit of escapism too. I admit that as well. Because, you know, when you have a stress dump, it's usually to escape from stress, as opposed to, you know, processing it and coping with it and everything. And, but it's also just like, oh, I feel angry, I'm gonna put in a fighting game for a couple of hours and just play that. Or I'm gonna play... Whoa, we have a little Kazumi-goo here. Okay. Or I just feel like I want to create something, so I'll put in like a creative game. You know? It's things like that. You know, because you don't get a whole lot of opportunities to be creative. Or at least I don't, because I suck at art. You know, so I play video games. I keep using the term stress dump. And that's really what it is it is a stress dump. And I know we don't like to be too heavy in the morning. YouTube's gonna bury the video and all that stuff, but, you know, honestly, it's stuff that needs to be talked about. And it's stuff so that when you guys notice that there's, like, a content outage, shall we say, or you notice that I seem a little off in a video, this is kind of explaining why. You know, because I do have mental health issues. I have been diagnosed with depression. I've been diagnosed with anxiety. You know, these are things that I deal with. And they're not always, you know, nice and neat and, you know, on a schedule or anything. It sucks, you know? And I realized that it just couldn't go on like it did. So I went and I got therapy. And I still have, like, bad days, like yesterday, where, and what do I mean when I say it's a bad day? When I'm talking about a bad day, for me, lately, meaning over the past year, the bad days have been where I've made a lot of, like I said, I've made and had to make a lot of changes in my life. And when I'm having a bad day, those changes don't feel real. They feel like somebody else made those decisions. Like, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow morning and I'm gonna be back in, you know, the same... Oh, crap. There's lava. Well, that's a problem. Okay. Alright, there's a down. I'm just trying to figure out how I can take advantage of this. Okay, I need to... There we go. That solves that. Okay, that gets me that one. Sorry, I got distracted by having to be precise. So that's what I mean when I say I'm having a bad day. Is, you know, the changes that I did in my life and the things that, you know, the big changes that I've done just don't feel real. And so it's kind of a hard thing to, like, it's a hard thing to deal with when stuff like that doesn't feel real. So, oh, dang it. So effectively, I was, I just basically shut down after recording the video yesterday. That's the honest truth, is I just shut down. And I just put in like 7 days to die, and I just gamed pretty much the entire rest of the day. And that's not like something you should be doing. I'm gonna try to get these. Okay, so I got that one. How can I? Oh, I know how. There we go. Go boop, and go boop, and then boop. There we go. Okay. And I know this is heavy stuff to start your morning with, and I'm sorry about that. But it's also, as human beings, we need to talk about this stuff, honestly. Because it does happen. We have good days, we have bad days, and, as people, you kind of need to acknowledge when you're having a bad day. And for me, that was yesterday. Honestly, I probably had the worst emotional day that I've had in at least a year. Because I freely admit it, I pretty much just shut down yesterday. And that's the reality. And sometimes that's what people with depression do, is they just shut down because they just don't have the mental and emotional energy to deal with things. Now, again, I know this isn't a popular thing to talk about. It's like, if this were a monetized video, it would be just completely cut apart and everything. But okay, we're going to need to get some food. So let me drop off some stuff. Off the redstone. Okay, I'm going to go get... Well, while I'm here, get the wool. Hi. I'll shear you. Thank you. Oh, there's another one. I don't think I can shear an alpaca. No, I just need the sheep. Come here. Thank you. Okay. Excuse me? Yeah, please don't spit on me, alpaca. Okay, I need to find food. There's food. The chicken is food. Oh, there's 2 chickens. Okay, I'm gonna eat well. Come here. Got you. Don't you run away from me, you little buzzard. There you go. Yeah, so that's another sign that you can tell that I'm dealing with some stuff, is I ramble. So there's the bed. Okay. my bed. There we go. Got the bed. Grab my chicken. There we go. Alright. I want to start making some armor. Go ahead and get the breastplate made. Oh, there we go. Drop off the wool. Drop off the feathers. Grab out my... I needed iron for that, didn't I? Dang it. Well, I'll just have to go get more iron. Okay. We'll let you run for a little bit. So, again, you know, when depression hits, for me, it usually results in just like a complete lack of energy. You know, it's a... You know, it's a rough thing to deal with. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you folks. Depression, it sucks. And if you have a loved one who's depressed, you know, give them the love and support that they need. But, you know, understand that it is a tough thing to deal with. Depression robs you of a lot of energy. It robs you of a lot of happiness. And it wears you to beep out. I mean, it wears you out. You know, because you have to pretend to be happy. You have to pretend to be, you know, upbeat and positive when you're really not. And that's draining for someone with depression. That would be draining for anybody. Because, you know, it's the rough equivalent of having to act in a big budget movie every single day and every single hour of every single day. And you act that way just to function. I mean, there are some days where I'm happy just to be functional with depression. And depression is, you know, and that's even with medication. You know. And there's times where it's hard. There's times where it doesn't happen, even with medication. And when it happens, you know, it's very rough to deal with because... And I know that there are probably a bunch of other people who could put it better than I can. Yeah, where are you? Like, I hear you. See you, but I hear you. Okay. Put that there. Okay, that's a drop. Well, where are you? Huh? Where you at, Mr. Zomble? And, you know, that's part of the reason why I game, is because gaming is kind of low energy, and it's just something I can get lost in for a good long while. There you are. Hi, I'm going to come here and clobber you. I'm going to take advantage of the situation and clobber you. Nice shiny gold armor. Did I get any of that? I don't know. But I'm going to be away from the edge here because I want to live. Okay, let's see. Oh, I got a gold helmet. Cool. I will wear that. I get a shiny gold helmet. Yay. And I apologize for being very unfocused. It's just... this is how I live. This is how I live my life. It's not always pretty. It's not always easy to deal with. You know, sometimes it's a mess. And there are days where, you know, I'll be really on top of things. I'll have it together emotionally. I'll be, you know, stable and able to do great things. You know, at least from my perspective, they're great things. Yesterday was not one of those days. Yesterday was the... I don't even have the energy to function kind of day. And those days, they're really rough. Because those are the kind of days where it takes everything that you have just to get out of bed. And then you have, you know, things like, oh, I have to do this meal. I have to, you know, I have to get dressed. You know, it's stuff like that. And you never, for those people who don't have depression, you really don't realize how very... I don't want to use the word insidious, because it's not actually correct. You don't realize how much depression takes out of people until you hear them say things like, it took everything I had just to get dressed. And you wonder, and to someone without depression, you wonder how that could be. Because, you know, you wake up, you get dressed. It's, for a lot of people, that's just a natural thing. For a person with depression like me, you know, there are times where it takes everything that we have just to go through the motions of the day. And that's hard. That is a very hard thing. And you wouldn't know it unless, you know, you doing like I'm doing like right now, where I'm telling you, hey, this is what I deal with on a daily basis. And, you know, like with anything, you're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days. Yesterday, I freely admit, yesterday I had a really bad day. I mean, I did. I admit that. There are days that, you know, I do better. Okay, so let me grab out the stone and the smooth stone. Go ahead and grab out my diamond as well. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my diamond pick. And I want to make a stone pick again. Okay. I'm going to put the diamond back. We'll drop that off. I want to grab out my diorite. Put the gravel in there. I don't need the shears anymore. Don't need the andesite. Okay, I get iron. I got iron. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, got the stone cutter. I have no wood. That's a very bad problem to have. go chop down a tree or two. I really don't want to use the acacia, but I gotta use the acacia. I don't want to wander too far away because I saw a... Hello, brown llama. I saw a creeper over by the regular wood, so... Let's go ahead and chop down the acacia. Even though I don't want to. And we're kind of getting toward the end of the video anyway. I mean, we got diamond. That's a big win. Okay. I'm gonna let these two just despawn naturally. Oh, sugarcane. Sweet! Need sugarcane. That's surface lava. There's surface lava as well, so I have a junk disposal. Great. That's what I use surface lava for. I don't use it to make obsidian or anything. I just use it like a garbage disposal. Uh-oh. There it is. Okay, got it. Cool. And I've spent a lot of time trying to figure out what the musical cues mean, because sometimes you hear like audio cues. You know what? I do need more food. Okay, got more food. Yay. Come on, get out of the water. Thank you. I almost said gotta get out of the lava. No, let's get out of the water. Okay, got acacia saplings. And a dead zomble. There's my acacia saplings. Okay. Yeah. I mean, depression really screws you up. And that's putting it mildly. So, if you know someone in your life who deals with depression, just, the best thing that you can do is be understanding. Understand that they're not going to always be the person that you're used to. There's gonna be times where they're not going to be, firing on all cylinders or just being the person that you're used to. So you just have to be a little understanding. Okay, go ahead and craft all of that. I need some sticks. Okay. I don't want to do that right now. Cook the chicken. Okay. I need a stone slab. So there we go. Got that. I'm kind of trying to remember how to make things, because even with this, it's still a little tricky. There we go. There's the grindstone. That's what I needed. And I guess I'll do a smithing table. Make the cauldron as well. Cartography table I don't really use. I am going to need a bucket. I should probably make a few more stone picks while I'm at it. Boom, bada boom. There we go. Okay. Not that one. That one. Okay. So, let's dump some stuff off here. Dump off the sugar cane, rotten flesh. Oh, wait. I need my iron. Come back here, iron. Okay, dump you, dump you, dump you. Dump you. Dump you in there for right now. I don't have any leather, so that's not helping me at all. Put you right there. Okay, so now I got my cooked salmon. And believe me, folks, I know this isn't stuff that you want to hear or have talked about, because it's not like it's not stuff that people like to hear about. You don't like to hear that a person has issues, you know, but part of eliminating the stigma around mental health, because there is a big stigma against people who have mental illness. And one of the ways to really eliminate that is to talk about it. It is to address it. It is to say, you know, hi, I deal with depression. Or, hi, I have anxiety. Or, you know, it's things like that that we need to sort of normalize. I hate to use that word because it really should be normal to talk about these things, because there are a lot of people in the world who have problems, and there are a lot of people in this world who want to help people who have problems. And, you know, we should be able to help people. And part of the way to help people is to say, you know, you're having a bad day, and not is to be able to have, you know, frank conversations about depression, about anxiety, you know, about things that, you know, it's about things like that, because we do need to talk about it. You know, we do need to address it, because because people do need help. I mean, I went a lot of my life without getting help. And, you know, therapy and things like that, they're not, you know, a cure-all. They're not like this, oh, you're going to go to therapy and you're going to get fixed in one session. No. I was in therapy for almost 10 years. And I don't regret it. It was the best decision I could have made. I'm going to grab a flint out of here too, so that I can make a flint and steel for down the line. You know? And it's things like that, you know, just talking about things. You know, talking about, you know, when you're having a bad day. You know, it's things like that that, you know, we need to address. We need to, like, legit, flat out talk about things like that. Because it's part of reality. And I know that for a lot of people, we're going to go ahead and finish up the game here. I know that for a lot of people, you know, you come to these places for an escape from reality. And, you know, it's like, I'm really sorry to intrude on your escape. But the truth is, you know, it's real. You know, depression, anxiety, mental illness, these things are real. They happen. And sometimes they do need to be talked about. And today, I talked about a lot of it. You know, and, you know, because, and one of the big things that I always say on this channel, and I've said it for the 3+ years that I've had this channel, is I believe in transparency. I believe in telling you folks when something will affect your experience. And this does affect your experience, because there are days where it takes a lot of effort to do this. Even though I enjoy doing it, it still takes effort to do. Depression, thankfully, has not robbed me of that yet, but it does. So when you see a video where I seem very subdued, very low energy, just be understanding that maybe I'm having a bad day, and this is kind of an explanation for why. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the video here, because I think, number one, I've talked enough. Number two, the video's gone long enough, because I've noticed that once videos start getting into the 40-minute range, people tend to watch less. So until next time, everyone, please remember, be safe, be well, stay strong, stay healthy, both physically and mentally, because like me, there are a lot of people out there who are having issues right now. Please be good to each other. Please do the best you can for each other. And folks, I will see you all next time.